What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about how Canadians celebrate Canada Day. And happy Canada Day to all Canadians out there. And in honor of Canada Day, I want to take a look at this Reddit discussion where somebody asked, do you celebrate Canada Day in any particular way? So I thought it'd be very fun to hear about how Canadians celebrate Canada Day. What do you do? What kind of things do you do on the day to celebrate it? So let's take a look at some of the top answers here that Canadians have left. Starting with, I celebrate it by not having to go to work. Does that count? Yes. Yes, it does. That counts. It's funny. I guess the only thing I can kind of compare this to is the 4th of July here in the United States. I mean, the two holidays even happen super close to each other, and for a lot of Americans too, this is one of the biggest perks of the day is that you don't have to go to work. When is Canada Day? I think it's on like a Monday this year. So you get off work. That counts, sure. This is the correct answer. Funny enough, for a lot of people, Canadian or American, this is the answer. I celebrate by not having to go in. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, that's funny and all, but what's some actual stuff that you do on the day? If I am free, I would generally go to check out the local fireworks show. Wow, this really is a lot like how we celebrate 4th of July in America. It's very similar. It's very also kind of funny to me that I don't know if Canadians know this, but Americans, most Americans have no idea about Canada Day. Like, have never heard of it. No idea. It's kind of funny to me. Like, that it's literally like this national holiday celebrating this huge momentous event in Canadian history, like the uniting of Canada, basically. And yeah, Americans have no idea. It's like a little Canadian secret to us. But I am in on the secret, and I think it is very cool. And anyway, the point is, we both like to watch fireworks, so that's a big part of Canada Day. There's a fireworks show. Yeah, usually if you're in like a town or city, there's something going on. Now, again, I'm going to compare this to America because that's all I have to go on. A lot of Americans will purchase fireworks from a store and shoot them off in our backyard or in the street. That's actually legal in most of the United States. At this time of the year, you can buy pretty pretty shockingly powerful fireworks, actually. Like, even I'm kind of surprised by it, like, as an American. You can get some pretty cool stuff. You don't need any kind of permits, really, for the reasonable stuff. But, again, what is reasonable? These fireworks get pretty powerful. Like you shoot them out of a cannon. Like, it's not the little tiny ones that you throw and they go crack. It's like it comes with a tube and a cannon, and you shoot it in your backyard. And it's like big, and you don't need any training, and anyone can get them. Anyway, I'm getting, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, huh? Is this right? Yes, it is. So, Canadians, are you able to do that? Is that legal in any parts of Canada? Or are you mostly going to like an organized show? And typically those are better pyrotechnics and all. But I have to admit, there is something fun, even if the fireworks are a little smaller. Getting to do it like in your own backyard and you light the fuse yourself and run away before you explode, there's something, you just can't beat it sometimes. Growing up in Ottawa, I always celebrated Canada Day. It was such a party in the streets. Ooh, a party in the streets. Now we're talking. Moving out west, there isn't much to do by comparison. I would love to see all of downtown Vancouver shut two cars in the same way. So literally, they like shut down the whole city or certain streets to do like celebration. Is this like parades and fireworks and stuff like that? This person has a fondness, a nostalgia for Ottawa growing up. It says it's not so much like that. That's kind of sad. People here just don't seem to care very much. They look at me like I'm embarrassing them if I suggest wearing a red shirt, for example. What? No. Oh, that's kind of sad. I hope that's not the case. I hope that's really not the case. I think it's really cool to use these events to have a little pride in your country, even if you're not totally happy with your country or the way things are going in this crazy world. Just this sort of sense of unity and saying, hey, we're going to celebrate and have fun and represent Canada. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, it's moving day. Moving day. What does that mean exactly? Yeah, it's moving day. What does that mean? Is there any comments here that can... J'ai trouvé la Québécois. This is saying I something the Québécois, people in Quebec. Huh, that's my translation. In my neck of the woods, Canada Day is known as Moving Day. Really? What does that mean? What? Huh? That's another word for Canada Day? Or what does Moving Day mean? Who's moving? And each of the last 16 years, I've celebrated the fact that I'm not moving. Who's moving? Who calls it Canada Day or Moving Day? Fellow Quebecois spotted. This is a Quebec thing. This Moving Day thing is a Quebec thing. Why is it called Moving Day? Yes, yes. The further we go down this rabbit hole, the better. Traditionally, here, when you lease a place, it's from July 1st to June 30th. So on July 1st, people move into their new apartment? For decades, it's been the unofficial day of moving? Is this a thing? In Quebec only? People's lease run out on July 1st and they have to move. Why is it so many people are moving? Isn't anyone renewing their lease? Does no one like where they're living? Or I guess some percent of the population of Quebec, their lease runs out on July 1st, which happens to be Canada Day. Is that a coincidence or on purpose? Their lease runs out on Canada Day, July 1st, and they have to move. So people in Quebec call it Moving Day, but it's also Canada Day. Or are you just so like wrapped up and so stressed out and concerned about packing up everything in your apartment and getting out of there that you can't even focus on Canada Day? For decades, it's been the unofficial day of moving, to the point where if you need to rent a moving van on July 1st, you have to reserve it for months in advance. No kidding. Restaurants have one of their best takeout days on that date. Teenagers make a nice little wad of cash offering their service as movers. Department stores sell cardboard boxes? Really? This is a whole thing. This is how people in Quebec celebrate Canada Day. By moving all your stuff. I had no idea. That's fascinating. From my teens to my 30s, I used to move every 2 to 3 years. Now I have a house, and every July 1st, I sit on my porch with iced tea and watch people break their door frames, break their backs, trying to move their big sofas. No kidding. I had no idea. This is great. This is great. This is exactly why I wanted to take a look at what Canadians are doing on Canada Day, some of the celebrations, but also I just end up learning about these crazy little Canadian things, like moving out of your apartment on Canada Day. Why not? Beer, barbecue, flags, and fireworks with the family. Now we're talking. Now, I know Canada Day is its own thing, its own celebration, but now this is really reminding me of the 4th of July here in America. I could not have put it better myself. Beer, barbecue, flags, and fireworks. That should be on a t-shirt or something. That is literally 4th of July and Canada Day in a nutshell. That's awesome. I think that is like the most fun. I think you can either go check out the local events, be with the community, or you can be with the friends and family in the backyard with the beer, barbecue, flags. Oh, they said fireworks. They said fireworks. So can Canadians get fireworks? I just want to know, can you get them as like intense as they are here? Because I tell you, we got some good fireworks. Usually, I just go to the local event. Although the last few years I haven't really been to any. We did go to Ottawa one year. By far, the best Canada Day is in the town of Banff. Banff, that's like a national park, right, in Canada? Really, they put on a good Canada Day. I wonder what they do. That'd be cool. I wonder if there's videos of that. Huh. This is not the first person to say that they have fond memories of going to Ottawa. Ottawa is the capital of Canada. Maybe Ottawa puts on a really, really awesome Canada Day celebration. I thought it was just random that they went to Ottawa. But now more than one people are like, I go to Ottawa. Because is that where the fun's at? Is that where the big excitement is happening? Possibly in Ottawa. That would make sense. I just put that together. Okay, very cool. We were in Jasper for 10 Canada Days when our family was younger. There was a small town parade participants throwing candy at the kids watching. And you're just watching the Canada Day parade, and then suddenly, like, you're getting hit in the head by candy. And you're like, oh, thank you. The pain was worth it. And then fireworks around 11 p.m. You couldn't do it earlier as it was too light. There's something amazing about hearing the echoes of the fireworks bouncing off the mountains. Probably scared the wildlife, but it was amazing. Yeah. Wow, so they said this was in Jasper. So anywhere near like the mountains in like Western Canada, you're going to get like this awesome echo reverberant effect of the fireworks against the mountains. I've never thought about that. That sounds like it could be awesome. Awesome memories. Banff Parade is a big show. It's just before the Stampede Parade, so you get lots of the big marching bands. Very cool. What else do we have here? This feels like a lot of Canadians kind of reminiscing about some special Canada Day celebrations that they've been a part of. And I really, really like that. This is actually quite nice. It's Memorial Day in Newfoundland. Is that right? July 1st, 1916, 800 Newfoundland volunteer soldiers were ordered over the top and directly into German machine gun fire? The next day, only 68 answered roll call. 68 out of 800 survived. Oh my God. Is this true? This is a piece of Canadian history? Newfoundland history. So people in Newfoundland, this is not just Canada Day, but it's like a Memorial Day for this event in 1916? Is that right? Wow. We talk about it every July 1st and think about those who died and those left behind. Wow. Wow. Huh. I had no idea about that. Like I had no idea in Canada, like there is some other stuff going on during Canada Day, like Moving Day if you're in Quebec, a Memorial Day if you're in Newfoundland, and all over Canada, Canada Day. That's kind of cool, actually. And a lot of detail I had no idea about, by the way. Canada Day parade and going to the local fair afterwards. Ah, A nice town fair, a local fair. Usually the city gives out cupcakes or cake nearby. This year we're going to Niagara Falls. Oh, wow. That has got to be awesome. Canada Day in Niagara Falls. I can only imagine. I wonder if a lot of people end up doing that. Wow. That's cool. I like the local fair, the local Canada Day fair. That's cool. Do they ever set up those shoddy amusement park rides that travel from location to location and you're kind of scared because it's like, who set up these things? But then you get on the Ferris wheel anyway, even though it's creaking and shaking. That's Canada Day, at least in my made-up memory. It's a great day to wear your orange shirt. I'll likely also eat a burger. Ah, a good Canada Day burger. I like that. Good day to wear your orange shirt. Orange shirt. That's the day of truth and reconciliation, I thought. In Canada, I've learned about that a bit. That has an orange shirt. Is that also for wearing on Canada Day or oh yeah, this person says, why orange shirt? For the residential school survivors? Yeah, that's what it would be for, right? But there's a whole day for that. Like, Day of Truth and Reconciliation. I guess if you feel passionately about it, why not? Represent on Canada Day. Laughs in moving day. For these poor people. For some people, it's just like a headache. It's like, Canada Day is coming. Because it's just moving furniture all day for them. We get together as a family, wear lots of red and white. Yeah, red and white. That's so funny because it's like I immediately think of the United States. We're wearing red, white, and blue, or like a literal American flag on your shirt or your hat. That's true. Canada colors are red and white. Just missing the blue. See, we're so similar. Yeah. All the Canadians out there are like, no, don't you say that our flags are similar and our countries. It's like, okay, you can't argue that the colors are somewhat similar, but they mean entirely different things to our countries. I will give you that. And for Canadians, yeah, red and white, like the flag. Sometimes a picnic at our park nearby. Park has activities and watch fireworks. A lot of fireworks. I love that. I love to hear that. That gives me memories of 4th of July in America. Hearing all these Canadians talk about their memories of fireworks on Canada Day. Anything else here? If there's fireworks, I smoke joints. That's right. That's right. Marijuana is legal in Canada, isn't it? Okay, this is fine. As an American, my red flag immediately goes off. Like, whoa! It's like, no, in Canada, this is fine. And you watch them from your patio. You watch a Canadian TV show or a film. This year's selection will be either Men with Brooms or Don't Talk to Irene. I've never heard of these Canadian films. What are they about? Are they about Canada? Or are they just work made by Canadians? Works of cinema. Men with Brooms? Never heard of it. Men with Brooms, what could that be about? Don't Talk to Irene? Okay, so you put in a Canadian film. Cool. Other than that, I'm old. I'm staying home away from the crowds. I totally get that as well. I'm totally on board with staying home, especially if you've got your family or friends or just yourself and you're chilling. Have something to eat, maybe a burger, a beer, maybe shoot off a firework or two. That's really cool. I really quite enjoyed this. I just wanted to see what are Canadians doing on Canada Day, because today is Canada Day, and I thought this really be a fun topic to learn about, and it is fun. And it reminds me of a lot of the stuff that Americans like to do. So this is kind of something that we can bond over a little bit. This is actually really cool. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with what you do to celebrate Canada Day. That'd be very fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Canada and Canadian culture and learning things about Canada, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and have a very happy Canada Day.